Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Old Guy Plays 1969 for some more City Skylines #1. This is episode 19. Let's pop on into the game, if I can talk right. But you know me, if you've been following me for a bit, you know I can't talk straight at all. You'd swear I was drunk all the time, but I'm not. Really not. Okay, anyway, so last episode I said I was going to try to focus in on the industries over here a little bit. Never did get to that because I never did have the game do any upgrade for us. So I'm going to go ahead and start the game up, let it run. So right now we have absolutely no demand at all for residential, which is cool. Now I think over here the only issue we really had was not enough educated workers, so they want more schools, more education over here. Let's have a quick look at that. So no, I think I'm good as far as elementary schools go. Everything's looking good to me. I mean, I could maybe plop down another public library over here, I think. Public library near the park. Destroy a couple of buildings. Sure, why not? We'll invoke our powers to be. Okay, so we got a nice public library in there along the bus route. Looking good. Death care. Do we got death care over here? Let's have a look. So got a medical clinic in that area. I wonder if it would be better if we destroyed the medical clinic and then put in a big ass hospital up. That's a fire station. Can we move the fire station over here across the street? I think we could. Academic year. Okay, so we still lost another student. Oh, we did make an academic work. We got the underground hotel, a revolutionary complex located underground with high resolution displays. Interesting. Okay, so we moved the fire station. That parking lot over there. This parking lot. I'm just going to plop it right down beside the other one because I really do want to put a hospital. There we go. Replace that clinic. Nice. All right. So, areas to focus on this episode. The park. I want to build that up some more. This is starting to creep up, so we're going to want to plan another residential area. That all sounds really good. So, okay, so I know this is freaking out for power over here. That's only because we didn't extend the subway metro lines. We did put a beautiful, nice little metro station in here above ground, looking real good. It will run the length of this road eventually, and when we go underground, we do have a way to connect this up, which we will, and we'll be able to extend our metro down through here as well when we go to expand this into the city. All right, so let's have a look at the zoning and see where could we throw in some more commerce, as they say. High capacity commercial. I think we can get away with a couple of blocks right there. Here and here. Here. Yeah, just scatter it in on a few places. and we'll see how that goes. That should take the demand down. Now, coverage, police. And we're still doing pretty good for police, although we have no policing up here at all. This section. Could put a police headquarters. What about this? High capacity. Oh yeah, that'll pretty much cover the whole area over here. So let's plop that down. Nice high capacity police station. Pretty much cover the whole area here in our farm as well. What's fire coverage looking? I think we're doing pretty good on the fire coverage as well. Okay, so I guess what we can do in the meantime, because we do want to get rid of this industrial zone over here. We keep saying it, but we don't keep doing anything about it. So I think we're going to focus on this while we're waiting for these other industries in the park to upgrade. So in the meantime, so you can see what the hell is going on, let's change this back to daytime and turn off the cycling. Yeah, okay. You know, I think before we get to the building, it's been a little bit since we had a little drive through on the city. Let's maybe follow one of our residents around, see where they're going. Oh, people in the family sedan. All right, let's see where these guys are going. Have a little drive through our city while we talk. I think as this city expands out, I mean, we're still waiting to get to Metropolis. And I honestly think once we reach Metropolis, instead of releasing a video every 2 days for this series, because the city will be pretty much flushed out by that point. Well, that trip didn't last long. Let's pick somebody else. Where are these folks going? Going down the same road, so let's follow them. As I was saying, this series, I think what we will do is, instead of releasing a video every 2 days, I think what I'll do is I'll go to 1 week. And just because I'd like to, for once in my life, get most of the assets down in this game that it has to offer. I think we got a good contrast of stuff. Let's follow this truck. These guys here are probably going to be headed to either the industrial area or they're going to be heading to just one of the commercial buildings in here. Seen a mail truck go by. Everybody switching lanes at the last second there. But to me, this looks pretty good so far. I mean, it looks realistic to me. Soy and lentils there on the left. I think this is what you would see in a typical big city. Okay, except for we rear-ended the bus and probably killed half of the people on that thing. But anyway, it's all right. We won't complain about it. Whoa, garbage trucks all over the place. Boy, that soy and lentils is a really busy business, really making the money. Some nice big yellow buildings there to look up at, which is nice. I think we got a good diversity of stuff. Hey, look, we're driving past the sports arena. People lined up there, tons of fans to get into the game. That's cool. Yeah, we are heading to the commercial zone over here. This is nice. We get to see how this looks. I'm at a red light right now. Driving by some stores. Oh, look at the huge cinema. There we go. Just making the loop around there to supply some of them stores. The cinema's looking good. And that's probably the last stop here, I'm thinking. Or maybe we're just dropping off goods and we're heading out again. Coming around the backside of our park, so we get to have a good look at that. There's one of our park gates. And one of the cafes. That's looking good, looking good. Oh, and then we have our pedestrian area we built here with the huge place. You see people walking through it. Looks really nice. Really nice. Nice open spaces in our city. Another one of our city gates. Yeah, coming around the long end of the park. Oh, this is such an awesome, beautiful view of what we've built here so far. I'm gonna go ahead and pat myself on the back. I think I did a good job of this, planning it out. But yeah, don't be discouraged, because the very, very first parts of your city that you build. Okay, somebody drove by in an electric, it looked like a baby stroller, but anyway, yeah, it's gonna look very blocky, very gritty. And real cities don't look like that. They have a more natural feel to them. The roads curve and bend a little bit. You know, I understand there is some grids in the world, like when you get into places like New York and St. Louis and places of that nature, you'll find gridded areas of the city, which we'll still have in this as well. But we'll also have some very nice, cool areas that look a lot more realistic in different places. Like we're driving through another commercial zone here. The Hot Dog Herald. Here, ambulance is going. Okay, this is a real busy section. Yeah, that's because it's the main road. Anyway, so that was cool. I'm glad we did that. Had a little look. Areas of concern are not really areas of concern. We still got a fire going. Where is that fire? Buick Enterprises. Yeah. Okay, guys, let's go ahead. Oh, I see our demand for residential come up a little bit. But I'm not going to build any more res here for a bit. I got to get up here and expand this industrial zone. Get traffic using this part of the industry, get the industry trucks using that, as opposed to them all coming down here and jamming through on this to get into this only industry that we have. We don't need that. So. Okay, so this here is a material roads. We want the single roads, but I think we want to go to single industrial, and we want to use a 4-lane road. I think we should build either a 4-lane road with bicycle lanes, or I don't think we really want to put trams up in here. But what's one of the things we didn't build? This one here. What's that? Trolley cars or trolley buses? I don't know if I really want to set a trolley bus up going through our industrial zone. Like, what kind of tourist wants to get on that kind of thing? Yeah. All right. So that's going to be my goal, to get small industry road, to get some more of these assets down in the game finally. Small 4-lane. Okay, that's what we want. So we want to create a main junction between here and there, and everywhere. Here, there, and everywhere. We'll need some trees. I'm going to use the natural curving tool here, I think. Ta-da! Right, straight road tool, and yes, we are going to make some grids in here. I'm going to build a small section, I think, off of here. Want that to put some utilities on, like a power station. Maybe put some more sewage maybe over on this side. That might be a mistake. Yeah, having two junctions that close together, probably not a good idea. Extend it down and then put it down. And we're going to put a little offshoot this way. And use the curve tool only because we want some natural roads. Yeah, I think this will look different. Because every industrial park got to line up perfect and be super great? Well, yes, no. Let's put a offshoot down this way. Already occupied. Let's cut through there. A little different in here. It's kind of coming up a hill. But what can you do? Terrain doesn't always cooperate with you. Okay. Getting a pretty good layout here. Just extend that one across. I'm not going to put anything in there. I'm not going to bother. Let's put another little junction down here. All right, so some of the things that are going to make this work over here, we are going to need to zone this. Oh, we already got it zoned as Industry Zone 2. Scale this back here a little bit. I don't think we want to call this just Industry Zone 2 anymore. What can we do with this? Shopping malls, mid-century, countryside. I don't think there's anything really to change there besides the name itself. So we're not going to really call it Industry Zone anymore. Maybe what we should call it is Harbor View. Jeez, Harbor View Park. That's what they call industrial zones, parks, right? Oh, they call the parks, probably just to make it sound pretty. All right, so we are going to need some pipes in here, and we did extend one up here, so let's continue this through here. And I'm not going for political correctness, you know, getting it under the roadways. But I mean, if you want to be realistic, yeah, build your pipes under the roads. Me, for this playthrough, I'm going to treat it like most new people would. You're not going to. You are really, in all honesty, not going to do that. You're just going to place them down so that there's coverage. You know, you can worry about aesthetics later. There we go. Water is down in the area, so that's good. Now, our water availability isn't great through here. We could put in a pump up this way. I don't really want to put an ugly pump in up here, though. Maybe we can extend the pump over on the other side of here. Let's, oh, yay! What got upgraded? Our park. Very nice, very nice. So we got some gazebos we can put into our park. So, like I said, since that's the focus of this, let's put in some nice gazebos. All right, so let's go to the parks. City Park. And City Park, City Park. Yes, we got these as well, but we got no water areas, so place down some gazebos. Put one at this entrance. Definitely want one or two over here. Want put one on either side over here. Put one of these green ones here in the center. Here. just a few spots throughout the park. Give some good coverage, little rest stops for folks. Park restroom. I think I'll put another park restroom maybe over here. Set that one. Actually, I think we really use it over here instead. Oh yes, the power issue with these things. There is a way around that. And what you do is you go to the emergency services, you go to in here where you do your fire stuff, and you get one of these little things called an earthquake sensor. Throw one of those in, and that'll extend your power grid where you need it. And give you some earthquake coverage. Wow, this pretty much gave us all the coverage we need. So one little quake sensor. Okay, there we go. I'll extend the power out. Okay, alrighty. Back to over here. So Harborview Park. So in here, we're going to need some power generation. What can we do? We can go oil over here. We could go geometric thermal. Geometric thermal might be good. Solar updraft only produces a lot, I think, in the day, doesn't it? It's just batteries within the nighttime. 160. This is probably the most economical thing. There we go. Some nice power down. Now, what I could do maybe to improve the water would be over here. Maybe just put in along this road some water reservoir tanks. I think I'm going to do that. Because what will happen is these will fill up. And once they're filled up, this will go up because it'll increase the amount of water we can have. Now, they don't have any power right now. That's fine. We're going to extend that along here in a second. Let's get some industry built here, along here, and here. Just generic industry now. Policies. Let's double check the policies in here. So I thought there was one for industry. That was a good one. City planning. Workers union. The workers union. And have industry 4.0 in here. That's really the one I was looking for. Okay, and we got the power going along here. I think one other thing we want to do is we want to extend our power grid down this highway. So that everything is connected to the city via one way or another. We're still kind of connected fine over here. Still need the bridges to go, wiring to go across. Need the one for the park. You might be wondering what I'm doing, why I'm talking to myself. Well, I'm actually talking to you. I'm just making sure if there isn't maybe any power lines that I could eliminate, and I see that there's not. I do notice though that our cemetery here is done clearing out, so now we can let them start, filling up again. And I think, did we not have another cemetery somewhere close by? Okay, so this one we already emptied. There's only 400 bodies in that one. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, 1,000. So go ahead and start emptying. And that's all you got to do if you want to, you know, keep things running smoothly for a while, without having to keep plopping down assets everywhere. You can just go ahead and do that. You can just toggle that off. The bodies will get transferred over to the incinerator. It'll burn them up. And then you can turn it off and it'll start to collect bodies again in your city. All right, we got another fire over here. Here, helicopters. There we go. There's water bomber coming in there now. I want to see if we kind of effectively eliminated this bloody problem we're having over here with this forest always catching fire over here. Okay, we'll put most of it out. Another one coming in. Yep. Okay, fire department's there on that one. They're on the scene. Well, that's good, because normally when we get a fire down here, we end up burning out the whole bloody thing. All right, so another thing I want to check on, talking about services, is garbage. Okay, so we're okay with garbage. We're good. I think these areas over here are starting to really clean up. Well, let's check out pollution. Yeah. Yep, we pretty much got it cleaned up, which is nice. Which is good. Very low pollution now. So this, probably reallocate this now over here to this pocket. Use it to clean up some more in there. Now, did we not? Yeah, we already did the thing with the park. Did upgrade it. We put in some gazebos. We are good to go. All right, so come on, folks. Build. Okay, but the demand for this one way down. So let's get over here. And well, let's start dezoning some of this industry in here. Because we don't want it. We want it gone. Rid of some of the generic along here, I think. Don't go too crazy, because you gotta watch out the power connections down in here. Sometimes buildings help you connect with stuff. These are our crap pumping stations, right? Yeah. I think those still generate some pollution. They do, yeah. Okay, so essentially what's going to happen is that will eliminate jobs over here, but it'll create new jobs over here. And as we can see, the industry is growing over here now. Start to expand out, which is good. Eventually we'll get more trucks and stuff using the roundabout and stuff up here. One thing we are going to need will be some commercial zoning, because we are going to need it for the people that are going to be working over here. So let's build some commercial in along this strip. Yeah. I think also, before I forget, I should probably put a bus route in. Something that'll connect up to the main route somewhere. Our metro is in here as well. I wonder if building a metro line up here would be more economical and split this line off going this way. Not while this isn't built up, because, you know, the hard part will be once this is built up, then I'm going to have to demolish underground the metro because I didn't curve it around properly. I think for now, the way to go would be just straight buses, I think. Just to have some buses over in this area, so let's create a line first, I think, that goes around here. Some stops, some curves. Down here in front of the power plant. Bring the bus down here, and then it comes down here. Get it to go on the opposite side of the street there. There. And bring it around this way. And there. Get a line close to the cemetery and around. Over on this side and around. And then connecting there, and then bring it back down the highway, around the roundabout, up. Then on this side of the road, then bring it down. Add a stop in there, here. Here and here. There we go. And this new bus line, what should we call this new bus line? We'll call this Harbor View number 50. Wow, looks like we're getting an emergency alert. What happened to cell phones here? Natural gas leak. It's warning residents. Sorry about that, folks. You never know when one of those are going to come through, but when they come through, they come through. All right, and we'll change the color of this. Get a nice green bus through here. And then we're going to view this line. Wow, we do not want to have 16 vehicles on this puppy to start with. Let's cut that down. Let's put 5 vehicles on that for now. There we go. And we'll let that new bus take off in there. And the demand for industry went up. So let's go ahead and throw in some more industry. There we go. That ought to quash the demand in there. Then we'll put some light commercial over here. Well, I mean, we're getting, you know, to do what we want to with this. Like we said we wanted to dezone this. We wanted this stuff to go. So we are slowly getting rid of it. Check the power grid again, make sure it's not causing breaks with the buildings disappearing. Actually, I think in order to make the city a little bit more greener, I had to save some money. I think we can get rid of these power plants here. We don't need them. Looks like we're generating really good power. That's a thermogeo plant. That one's safe. Okay, we did lose a power connection here. What is this? I'm gonna guess it's like a fire station or something. No, it just says eco-friendly company. That eventually will disappear. Sorry, folks, but you'll have to find employment at the other end of town, because this eventually is going to be turned into residential for the citizens. Waiting transport over here. I wonder if it might be better to just in around here maybe make our sewage area, and everything to this side of the highway will be, you know, designated for that. I also want to put in a cargo hub too. I wanted to get one of those going in over here as well. Wow, this is showing major power breaks everywhere. Okay, what did we break? Yeah, this connection here. We broke this connection here. Don't worry, folks. Your government is at work. There we go. Restoring power now. Don't you worry, folks. Our power is your power. We'll fix you up. We're slowly getting it all reconnected. We get another break over here or something? It's taking a little while to get the juice over here. Seems to be taking a bit for everybody to get the memo over here. The lights are on, the power's connected, folks. Unless it all can't be handled. Well, disconnected through those two grids. Just fine. Why is that not connecting there very well? There's only one thing I did notice. This power generation over here is not connecting to this power generation over there. So that could be causing an issue. So I think for now, let's just go on the back side of the map and we'll get some power running over here, because this total line is all of your power consumption as opposed to sections. So we might be short in this section. Yep. All the lights are coming back on there now. Good stuff. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. We lost our minds for a sec. Okay. Now, this is the demand for commercial is still there. How high is it? It's medium. Well, it's okay. I mean, I think we can put some more in here. Some shops along there. And a little along there. I think one thing I would like to have in here would be a pedestrian path. Not a lot of connectivity between these two zones. Those connected up a little bit. Same with it there. Look at that. Within a very short time, we've kind of squashed our demand for stuff, which is great. And that's kind of what you want to do, because once you get your money built up like that, you can meet your demand, and then you can go ahead and play. Say, okay, what do I want to build now? What do I want to put up? Let's see here. So we are a capital city right now. We got to hit 36,000 in order to reach the colossal city. Yeah, and then that's where we can get our cargo hubs in. That one there is a cargo harbor hub. We can get the major big baseball park there too. I thought that was so cool. We went by there and we've seen all the folks lined up outside here for a game. There's no game on right now. Oh, we won one and we lost one. That thing generates money though, I gotta say. All right. And we've totally squashed our demand for industry, which is great. Now over here, our mayor's going to say this is no longer industry park. This is going to be, we're going to call this, I don't know, phase 12. And we're just basically redesignating the zone because we are going to change that into something. And most likely it's going to be a residential area. And maybe we might be able to get away with putting a nice little small little park in here in the center. Or maybe some, you know, in here might look good. Because it's, you know, it's near the farms, it's near some of our original city over here, which are our first square of things. Eventually, I think what I'd like to do is maybe convert some of these homes into high-rise. One of these blocks, not all of them, just maybe one of them. Yeah. Do I really want to mess with Old Town, really? Original Town? Those are kind of our first grids over here, our first, you know, first building area. Do I really want to muck that up? Like I said, I do want to put a cargo hub in. An airport would be cool too. Ships, trains. Yeah, so we can do the cargo terminal, the train terminal. Cargo terminal. Now the cargo terminal itself needs to be put on a road. I think the type of road I'd want to put it on would be an industry road. So I'm thinking along here. Actually, no. I'm thinking maybe along here because when the cargo train comes in and brings the cargo, man, the amount of traffic is just absolutely nuts. Now, has this eliminated a lot of the traffic on this road? Yeah, I'd say it has by a fair bit. It's probably increased the traffic over here by a substantial amount. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, it's almost gridlocked over here. But this is growing and building up, and that'll calm down once this settles in. That yellow bus line I got in there, it's going to really cut the amount of people using that. You know, in actuality, I might even be able to extend the tram down that line a little bit. Then I'd have to make another Turnaround zone. I do want to put in the cargo hub, but like I said, I wanted to have access to a highway, and we are kind of not ready yet to build a highway. We do kind of need more water intake. Oh, our park grew some more, so let's deal some more in the park. We can make a climbing fence now, which is exciting. So park is up to level what? Level 4? Nice, nice, nice. Is it making any bucks? Yeah, it is. It's making a few bucks, few dollars. That's fine. Let's go to the park and let's grab this new climbing frame. Okay, for the kiddos. All right, so we'll put the climbing frame one over on this end of the park, one over at this end of the park, one in here, put a couple over there, so maybe those ones there are opposite each other. They won't be so busy as compared to these, because this would be like some main gathering areas. I think since I decided to do that, I should probably put in another chessboard over there, or cafe, and some washrooms. There we go. That ought to help the park a little bit more. Let it grow, continue on. Those things going over here. We're all chucked up and blocked here. It's all right though, because I do believe it has diverted the traffic off of this back highway. Where's our back highway? Oh God, yeah. That highway there. Jackson Drive is not as busy as it once was, and which should be good, because eventually once we get this scaled out, Jackson Drive can be extended, come around this way, and down around this way, and then maybe I could put the cargo hub in here. So that's looking like a plan going forward. And then also, this is also Jackson Drive, isn't it? Jackson Highway? No, it's Reed Road. That's just, yeah, that's a second highway we put in. There we go. Students went up 109. That's what we like to see. So if that raises a star in our trade school? No, not at all. It's still 1 star, but we're producing good academic works. Our campus attractiveness is still quite high. It's really good. It's, the campus is certainly a losing expense. We lose money on that. And it's unrecognized. I'm gonna start offering a free lunch in there. I don't know if that will help any, but let's add that in. Like I say, I don't want to go too crazy with that. I think what we'll end up doing is we're going to redesignate a whole new area in the city somewhere as the actual trade school area. As much as I liked it right here in the center of the whole city, it's not really working for me there anymore. We should have a nice campus somewhere over here where the students can enjoy the baseball and the actual main park. So maybe once we unlock those, maybe we'll build our academic center in here or over here somewhere. And then the students also can, you know, get to the beach and enjoy the recreation of it as well, right? Got to be thinking of those kind of things. And then in here, because we have City Hall in here, what we can do is maybe make this more office, residential, commercial, and just maybe extend high-rise park in here and just make this a part of the same grid, you know, kind of thing. Yeah, I think that'll be the plan going forward. All right, this cemetery is cleared out, so let's turn it back on. All right, and I think here is where I am going to put in a cut. So let's have a little view of the city the old way. Just let it scroll around. So yeah, so if you are liking my playthrough of City Skylines 1 and you'd like to support my channel, really the best way to do that is either click the subscribe button, and if you don't want to do that, well, look, I understand that. So I can get some grid on our traffic on our highway there. It's probably over in that new industrial area. So if you don't want to subscribe, then click the thumbs up button. That will definitely help the algorithm say, hey, you like the video, and then it'll feed it to more people, and then our channel will grow. Now, I do realize we do have folks watching the City Skylines build, and I haven't really launched any other games yet on the channel, but stick around. The next one coming up that I'm going to be launching is Subnautica, so we're going to be having a look at that one, and maybe you'll like that, maybe you won't, maybe you're just here for cities. So anyway, this one eventually is going to go to a weekly thing once we hit the next level, so we'll keep releasing videos 2 a day until we hit the colossal city, and then from there we're going to drop down to weekly. And then if the viewer interest drops off, then maybe we'll just do it monthly. But eventually I want to keep up with this. Eventually I want to get every asset in. So like I want to have all the industry types built somewhere on the map. I want to have balloons. I want to have an airport. I want to have, I don't know, what are those things that come down off of the mountains? Those cable cars, that sort of stuff. But anyway, I do appreciate, if I could speak, any support you're willing to give. It's so awesome that you're even here. So thank you very much. So on pause again. I thank you all for watching. Have a good one. This is Old Guy Plays 1969. And until the next video, folks, see you next time. Bye.